Satsang-49. Live according to self-knowledge. 12th December, 1934. Evening Satsang. All of the air or wind and vital energy or prana, both inner and outer, are one. It is part of the body. The sky is only one. Its luminance is one, both inner and outer. If you will not take in the outer air, you cannot live. You may say, "It is mine," but if you do not accept it from others, you cannot live without it. All of this creation is yours. You are all. The 5 elements and the one self are the same for all. You have to take from it and release it. When you write on the surface of water, only the first letter is written. Afterwards, it does not remain while you go on to write the second letter. Such is the sequence in creation, the world appearance. This is all undivided Brahman, absolute pure consciousness, spread out equally everywhere. If you gain some knowledge, it can be taken with you to any far-off place where you go. You walk simultaneously through the air, using the wind element, the sky, the space element, and on earth. You cannot live by touching only one element, leaving aside the others. They are all together forming one body. The 5 elements make one universal body. The 5 elements are made up of the one Brahman. And the 5 elements are one with the self. All things are one with this. If Lord Ganapati or Ganesha rides upon the mouse, the Lord is greater. If the mouse rides on Ganapati, then the mouse is greater. The entire world is like this. The business of this world, its very function, is like this. If you are Ganapati himself, you are living in the inner existence, the essential part of your being. Be Ganapati and put into practice what you have learned. A small boy was told to pass stools only when going over to the toilet. He went there and defecated, but he did not remove his trousers, nor did he take sufficient water to clean himself. He was asked why he did this, and he said, "I did what was told to me. I did not do what was not told." And you are all doing like this. How can someone tell you everything? You must understand for yourself. A child who reads every day, who studies every day, gives a quick reply. He can reply like this because he is continuously studying. One should study like this. You listen, and you go home and do many other things, but forget the teaching. How is it possible to understand fully in this way? That is why every day you have to be told again. Because what is taught is not retained. The study should be fully imbibed. The teaching assimilated. Life itself, all atoms, all molecules, and the self, which is subtler than subtle. All this am I. Earth, water, fire, wind, and sky are one. There is no below, above, no back, no front. All names and forms are false. Elephant, horse, whatever, all is illusion. What is one pure spirit, the self, Atman. Name and form are all deception. The river of knowledge is drowned in name and form. All knowledge is like a river, but the river has become petty, little, and insignificant because of name and form. The great vastness that is the self is beyond name and form. By name and form, it is as if the river is drowned in the boat. Elephant, horse, and mountains are all drowned in that water. But even a sparrow cannot quench its thirst there. Brahman in the form of a sparrow cannot quench its thirst. So do not be deceived by the illusory ego of name and form. Remain as you are. The mouse should not ride upon Ganapati. Ganapati was seated on a wooden seat. The mouse climbed on his back and stole away the laddu, which was in his hand. He said, "Every day Ganapati rides upon me, but today I am sitting on his body and eating his laddu." When Ganapati rides on the mouse, he gets all of the power. But if the mouse sits on the body of Ganapati, the mouse takes away all of the power. If you conceive of yourself as a petty little creature, you will think of making more and more demands. You are certain to feel like asking for this and that. If, however, you conceive and realize that you are the ancient, always existing, deathless spirit, then your urge to demand anything diminishes. You no longer want to be a beggar. There is more and more peace, contentment, and health. Automatically, you start getting what is sufficient and ample to meet your needs. And there is peace and contentment. Therefore, take the vow that you yourself are Brahman, the inner experiencer of all experiences, the owner of the field. Is the field owned by the king or the farmer? You have to pay levy, some percentage to the king. He is the owner. Everything inner and outer belongs only to the king. You are but a villager. You may live in the village, that is your right, but all the authority vests in the king, whose authority should be recognized. According to custom, a husband should not utter his wife's name, and the wife should not utter the name of her husband, because there is a belief that if you give definite name to that which has no name or form, then some spiritual merit is lost. The main point in this is to recognize that Brahman, absolute pure consciousness, has no name or form. Fancy clothes are meant for people who take pride in their appearance. What importance do they have for me? The motive to put on nice clothes is to appear presentable to others, or to indicate that you have many possessions. That is all pride. If the clothes are fine, you have to take care, but if they are ordinary, there is no problem of where to sit. One can sit anywhere. If one takes their clothes and keeps them outside, one need not be anxious about their loss. What is yours is only what you have eaten and put into your stomach. In short, nothing outside is yours. Outer things are for people. All greed is needless. You suffer only because of ego. Give up the little self of ego. A rich man is made happy by the idea that he is rich. Only greed is prevailing in him and nothing else. You, however, should have the attitude that everything in the world belongs to me, and give up greed for anything. Will your glory be reduced if you were to say that something is not mine? The body is able to move about, and that is your only need. All else may be there or not. What do you lose? Rama and Krishna were separate, but the mantra Rama Krishna Hari is formed by unifying both. Both Rama and Krishna are gone. Drop the ownership and greed of Rama Krishna Hari. The wealth of the son of the Guru all belongs to the Guru. Wind, water, light, night and day are all for him only. Everything is his, so where is there any shortage? the one who feeds the creatures inside a rock, and the one who gives food to birds living on the highest mountain peak, is only Atman, giving all. On every grain is inscribed the name of Atman, reality. The food and God are not two. God is the tiger and the horse, the form and also the name. Even though you call all the limbs of your body by different names, you call all of that as I. Similarly, be one with all things and all animals. Be the self, your own true self. Are the sky, water, and other elements taking on any attributes such as sitting or sleeping? They are everywhere at all times. Do not keep unity only as a mental concept. Put it into practice and behave accordingly. As Arjuna acted upon what he had heard and learned, he acquired the highest skills, the deepest realization. If you live your realization in your daily life, only then do you become knowledgeable, a jnani.